Live from your news leader, this is WTAJ News at 6.
Well, tonight at 6, a local airport's planning on some new renovations.
Plus, a local railcar repair shop is expanding. We'll show you where dozens of jobs are available.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm John Clay.
And I'm Amanda Kenny. A police chief in Center County is preparing to move into a new position.
But the chief isn't going to be moving far from his current department.
Evan Hinckley joins us live to explain the chief's new job. And Evan, what this change means now for the department.
Yes, that's right, John and Amanda. Chief Michael Daniker will be moving just down the hallway in the Spring Township building when he assumes his new position as township manager. And today we caught up with Chief Daniker on his new job. As Chief Daniker reflects on his 28 years in law enforcement, 22 with Spring Township Police, where he's served the last 7 as chief, he says it's a job that will be hard to leave.
It's exciting and sad at the same time. You know, again, most of my adult life has been in law enforcement. And to hang up the gun and badge and the vest it really hasn't hit me yet.
Daniker's last day as chief is December 2nd. He'll then head across the hall to the township manager's office.
It'll be a mountain I can climb, but it'll be overwhelming at times, I'm sure.
Right now, he's reading up on township codes and ordinances. Chief Daniker does have experience doing the police department's budget, something he says gives him a good start to ensure a balanced budget for the township. And Daniker also says he'll be sharing his experience with the next chief, while recognizing everyone has their own way of leading.
I can give them guidance and let them run the department the way they feel it's best, but also have some oversight.
Current township manager Bill McMath will be helping to oversee Daniker's training, passing along nearly 30 years of experience working for the township. And Chief Daniker says that the department will likely appoint an interim chief before they begin looking to appoint a new chief to fill his position. Reporting live here in State College, Evan Hinckley, WTAJ News.
Thanks, Evan. The John Murtha Johnstown-Cambria County Airport was awarded more than $1 million in grants.
Our Sean Rapp joins us now live with where that money will be going. Sean?
John, Amanda, this $1.45 million grant will go towards renovations on the inside and outside of 3 hangars at the airport. The 3 hangars will get replacement doors, new metal roofs, and gutters, along with updated HVAC systems. The hangars will be used as an operations center for charter businesses and a charter aircraft maintenance facility. Knowlton Aviation will be in charge of the renovations, and CEO Corbin Knowlton says it will be a lengthy process.
We'd like to see it done within the next 12 months. Projects like this tend to overrun a little bit, but we don't really see any reason we shouldn't be able to start breaking ground maybe in the spring, and then maybe from a year from that point it'll be complete.
Knowlton expects the completed project to bring in a little bit more business to the airport. Live in Cambria County, Sean Rapp, WTAJ News.
All right, thanks, Sean. As this cold continues, you may be wondering about the rest of the week.
That's right, but for the answer to that, we're going to turn things over to our chief meteorologist, Joe Murgo. Hey, Joe.
Hi there. At least a record-breaking stretch of weather will be done. We did set some records this morning. Some of them first record low temperature since 2015. 16, a new record in Altoona. Got down to 12 in Johnstown. We tied the record in DuBois at 13. A little shy of the record in State College, an 18-degree low. But we didn't rise too much today despite some sunshine. A high only of 28 in State College. Actually, between the hours, we made it to 31 in Altoona, 23 in Johnstown, only 21 in St. Mary's, where we are right now. It is 23 in Altoona, 24 in Clearfield, and 20 in Johnstown. So we're running near, in some spots, a little bit cooler than this time last night. Winds are pretty light, and I may even be adjusting some of these temperatures down a bit, because we're going to have some clouds up to the north, but down to the south, enough breaks in the clouds. Temperatures are going to be dropping down into the teens in some spots. And tomorrow, a milder day coming our way. Low temperatures for tonight. I'm going to say the teens to near 20, maybe nudging a few of these down. I'll have an update coming up with your complete 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
Thank you, Joe. And we've got an update on the case of a family that was reported missing after a tipster spotted them Tuesday. Police located 31-year-old Alicia Brumbaugh of Imler, PA, and her 2 children with Edgar Lee Decker Jr. of Roaring Spring. Brumbaugh was jailed in Indiana County for 2 counts of endangering the welfare of children and possession of methamphetamine. The children, a 1- and a 2-year-old, were released to their father.
The Johnstown Police Department is introducing a new app for reporting criminal activity. This new tool gives residents the opportunity to report crime they see happening in the area. They can use the app to send whatever information they have anonymously to police officers. Johnstown Police Chief Robert Johnson says this new app is a complete flip from how they would receive tips in the past.
We had push out the pusher line and that type of thing. It would go to a voicemail and sit there until someone reviewed it. And then by that time, the information was potentially stale.
To learn what else the app can do and how you can use it, just search for this story on WTAJplus.com.
Well, today on Capitol Hill, the House held its first public impeachment inquiry hearing against President Trump to see if he abused power. 2 diplomats testified about the president's actions with Ukraine. Bill Taylor is a top U.S. diplomat in Ukraine. He says one of his staffers overheard a phone call with President Trump, which led him to believe the president pressured Ukraine to launch an investigation into the Bidens by freezing military assistance. And diplomat George Kent testified, accusing the president's personal lawyer of trying to have the former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine removed from her post.
To better help understand the impeachment process, our Colleen Knutson joins us now live.
Colleen, tell us a little bit more about what Jack Barlow, our political expert, can share about all of this.
Well, guys, at 5 o'clock, Jack and I talked a little bit just about the basics of the impeachment process. But today, hearing from 2 very important former diplomats, Bill Taylor and George Kent, tell us a little bit about the role that their testimony is going to play in this process.
Well, it's important for witnesses to be used in congressional hearings. This is a fact-finding process, and so they're trying to get the witnesses to inform them of what went on, what happened, who did what, and when. And so that's really the important thing. This is not testimony in the legal sense.
And we talked a little bit earlier that the impeachment process is really digging into the situation with Ukraine, even though the word impeachment has really been used somewhat frequently with this administration.
The word impeachment has been kicked around a lot in the last couple of years. But yes, it was only when the whistleblower revealed the existence of this conversation with Ukraine that we really began to hear about impeachment, that Nancy Pelosi then introduced the resolution for impeachment. And that's what really has kicked it off here.
For those Americans who just had their eyes glued to the TV today thinking what role they play in the process, if they play a role, how their voice is going to be heard, what's something that you can explain how they are actually a part in these proceedings?
Well, this is a political process, and that means that members of Congress are involved in hearing in the hearings that we're hearing now. The House is going to have to make a vote. The Senate is going to have to make a vote. So you can certainly make your voice heard by calling your Senate, calling your congressman, calling your senator, and letting them know how you feel about the testimony.
Okay, Dr. Jack Barlow, thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
I'm going to send it back to John and Amanda in the studio, guys.
Thanks, Colleen. As hundreds of rail industry workers are laid off in the area, one company is creating new jobs. Our Allison Gens tells us what skills this company is looking for.
When Rescar in Du Bois was purchased by Eagle Railcar Services earlier this year, plans were set into motion to add around 120 jobs over the next 2 years. Eagle Racecar Services in Du Bois has open positions in every department.
We have the work, we just need the workforce to back that up.
They hope to add around more than 70 jobs next year and at least 50 in 2021. The company repairs and rebuilds train cars. Now they're hiring positions like welders, mechanics, and valve technicians. With layoffs in the rail industry happening in the area, plant manager Ryan Schaefer says experienced workers are exactly what they need.
It is very difficult finding anybody that has this experience in this area that can come in and just walk on and be a productive employee. But we do have programs in place to help guide them to that.
Schaefer says the work is challenging, but could open to future career possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, you could start as a painter and then, be a VP or a general manager, in time. But it's all up to the individual employee how far they want to go with it.
The job openings are posted online, or you could stop in at their location in DuBois. They're even offering on-the-spot interviews for those interested. In DuBois, I'm Allison Gans, WTAJ News.
Thanks, Allison. The 19th annual March of Dimes Signature Chefs Auction is coming to the Blair County Convention Center. The event supports March of Dimes' fight to end premature birth. That's one of the most significant threats mothers and babies face. Gourmet chefs from across the area will showcase their culinary talent. There will also be silent and live auctions for dozens of items, such as sports memorabilia and getaways. The event is November 18th, and tickets are available online. WTAJ is proud to support the March of Dimes.
Well, still to come on WTAJ News at 6, the congregation is finding a new home at a historic Altoona church.
We'll show you what changes they may bring to this place of worship.
Another cold night coming our way, but we're going to stay shy of records this time around. Details coming up.